Hello and welcome. Today's Tong Ren session is focused on easing the discomfort of asthma and seasonal allergies. So whether it's sneezing, wheezing, tightness in the chest, or sinus pressure. And the best part is there is nothing that you need to do to reap the benefits of this session. So there's no special tapping, no movements whatsoever on your part. So you can just settle in, make yourself as comfortable as possible, and allow yourself to receive the energy and just see if you can let go of any expectations. Now, if you'd like, you can also set an intention for this session to support someone else you know who may be struggling with asthma or with allergies. To do that, simply hold this person in your thoughts for just a moment, or picture them receiving relief, breathing clearly and easily. You only need to do this once. And since Tong Ren works on an energetic level, distance is not a barrier. So taking just a moment to set this intention is enough to send helpful energy wherever it's needed. Now, I'll be doing all of the tapping on your behalf, so you can follow along and watch me while I tap on the Tong Ren doll, or you can close your eyes and relax, or you can even fall asleep. Before we begin, just let yourself become aware of the support beneath your feet and whatever you're sitting against or lying upon. And take a few deep breaths if it's comfortable for you to do so. Allow your hands to rest somewhere on your body. Placing your palms up can also help you to experience the energy flow, though it's not necessary for you to feel anything at all. And if you don't worry about it. The healing works all the same, even if you have your own doubts about this process. Now, during the session, some people may notice immediate lightness in their breathing, or you may experience a sudden release of sinus pressure, like a popping or crackling. Others are going to experience more subtle shifts over time. Everyone is different, so just let the process unfold naturally for you. We start at the center of the chest to open up the lungs and the heart area. This point really opens up the chest and supports the thymus region indirectly, helping the body handle autoimmune responses. It also encourages deeper breathing by relaxing tightness in the chest that often accompanies asthma or allergies. Next, we'll tap stomach 11 at the base of the neck. Tapping here widens the airway path, supporting better oxygen flow for those experiencing shortness of breath or congestion. Now, just next to that point, we tap stomach 12 to encourage free circulation in the chest and the neck region, reducing the tight feeling that can come with wheezing or sinus pressure. Next, we tap Li16 near the top of the shoulders. Tapping around this shoulder area helps to expand and relax the upper back and the chest, supporting deeper breaths and relieving any tension that can worsen asthma. Now, at the side of the neck, we tap Li18 to target major pathways for breath and blood flow, which is crucial to calming allergic or asthmatic flare-ups. Next, we'll open up SI-17 behind the jaw to open up the throat region and encourage drainage, easing sinus congestion and throat irritation. Now at the top of the head, we open up GV22 to influence overall circulation and clear thinking. This point can help calm the immune response, supporting relief from allergy-induced headaches or stuffiness. And tapping GV21 slightly behind GV22, we enhance head and sinus circulation, reducing allergy-related congestion and headaches even more. And now at the crown of the head at GV20, we help to balance the nervous system. A calmer mind often means fewer stress triggers that can worsen respiratory issues. And now we open up the bladder 5 points, still at the top of the head, to support healthy nasal passages and reduce the mental tension that can come with constant sniffles, helping you stay more at ease. Now we open up the gallbladder 16 points above the ears and slightly forward. These points help clear the head region. They relieve sinus congestion and ease pressure behind the eyes. Next, we move to the center of the occiput, to GV17, at the back of the skull. This is a key point that connects the medulla oblongata, which governs the lung function, heart rate, and blood vessel functions. It balances the autonomic nervous system, ensuring that the lungs respond appropriately to allergens rather than overreacting. Tapping here can help reduce airway constriction, making breathing feel easier, especially in cases of asthma or allergic reactions. It also supports healthy circulation and reduces inflammation, preventing the excessive immune response that can trigger allergic symptoms. Now, on either side of that point, we open up bladder 9. Tapping here supports better blood flow at the base of the skull, which can help ease headaches and pressure caused by allergies. Next, we open up gallbladder 19 behind the ears along the occipital ridge. Tapping here supports the lung function by helping the brain send proper signals to regulate breathing rhythms, reducing the chances of airway constriction. It also influences blood vessel function, which can help with circulation-related allergic symptoms such as inflammation, sinus congestion, or dizziness. In addition, GB19 is helpful in reducing neurological overstimulation, which can contribute to stress-induced asthma or allergic reactions. Below those points, we open up the gallbladder 20 points at the base of the skull to release any tension in the neck and enhance sinus drainage. So these points are great for relieving allergy congestion. Now we'll move to the right side of the forehead and open up gallbladder 13 to promote clear sinus passages while balancing the body's stress response that can exacerbate allergies. This point is also very helpful for emotional balance. Next, we'll open up the yin-tang point, also known as the third eye, between the eyebrows. We do this to help soothe sinus pressure, to calm the mind, and reduce any tension around the forehead and the nasal region. Next, we'll move above the ears to gallbladder 8 to relieve any tension headaches and pressure buildup that's often linked to sinus issues or sneezing fits. And now we'll open up the Cheongdong points at the base of the neck. These points support smooth circulation and can dial down the fight or flight response tied to asthmatic triggers. And now moving to the back of the spine, we open up all the points along the spine. And then tapping at C1 at the topmost vertebra, we release tension in the neck that can impact breathing and aggravate allergic responses. And at C2, we help the body handle stress signals, which can worsen asthma or allergic symptoms if left unchecked. And slightly lower, we open up C3 to keep the upper airway relaxed, reducing throat tightness linked to allergies or asthma. and opening C4 in the lower neck. Tapping here eases muscular tension and encourages better lung expansion for smoother, more open breathing. Tapping C5 now to improve the nerve flow to the upper chest and the shoulders, easing that heavy feeling when the breath is restricted. And by tapping at C6, we loosen the tension to support the thyroid region and overall metabolic balance, beneficial when immune system responses are on high alert. And now at the base of the neck, we open up C7 to calm the upper spine and help stabilize immune signals that might trigger respiratory distress. And now at the first thoracic vertebra, T1, in the upper back, tapping T1 through T4 helps the lungs and the trachea receive proper nerve signals. So keeping this area of the spine relaxed ensures the upper respiratory system isn't inflamed or restricted by spinal tension. And focusing on T1 opens the chest and helps reduce tension in the lungs that might lead to wheezing or chest tightness. And just below that at T2, we continue supporting the lungs and the immune function to relieve allergic swelling or breathlessness. This is the nerve center that controls the thymus gland. So when T2 is blocked, the thymus center can misfire, causing its killer cells to damage the trachea and the lungs, instead of simply handling the pollen, bacteria, or viruses. So tapping here promotes a balanced autoimmune function. And now at T3, we help reduce inflammation in the respiratory tract and soothe coughing or wheezing. And now at T4, at the mid-back, we promote relaxation in the chest muscles, improving the capacity for deeper breaths, which is essential for asthma relief. And at T5, we keep soothing any overreaction from the immune system, helping you stay more balanced and less reactive to allergens. And at T6, tapping helps calm the nerves affecting the diaphragm, supporting easier breathing and reducing that suffocating feeling in the chest. Opening up T7 addresses deeper lung or immune stress, clearing the way for easier air movement and reduced congestion. And continuing down the spine to T8, we maintain smoother nerve signals in the lungs and the digestive tract, since food allergies can also spark respiratory issues. And on the left side of T8, we focus on calming the body's defensive response to allergens, helping to avoid runaway inflammatory reactions. And on the right side of T8, we do the same, supporting relief from allergic or asthmatic tension, especially in the diaphragm and in the chest. Now tapping T9 helps to regulate the immune system even further, moderating excess mucus or swelling that comes with allergies, and focusing more on the left side of T9, we again encourage the body to release any unnecessary tension in the ribs and the mid-back, helping you to breathe easier. And we move lower to T10 to support the balance between the lungs and the digestive organs, which is important for food sensitivities. And moving down to T11 helps to calm an overfiring nervous system, allowing the body to relax from the head to the abdomen, which is key for both asthma and allergies. Now at the bottom of the thoracic spine at T12, we tap to ease tension that could otherwise push into the abdomen, triggering digestive or respiratory discomfort. Now moving to the lumbar region and the lower back, tapping L1 helps to stabilize the body's stress responses, reducing the likelihood of a sudden allergic or asthmatic flare. And moving lower on the lumbar area to L2, we keep calming the system, which can help reduce digestive upset linked to food allergies and overall inflammatory responses. And now tapping L3 to help prevent the lower spine from locking up due to stress or inflammation, supporting relaxed breathing patterns. And focusing on L4, we ease lower back tension to keep the entire torso flexible, so it's easier to expand the lungs fully and handle allergens calmly. And now at the base of the lumbar region, at L5, tapping prevents stress from pulling on the sacrum and restricting pelvic or abdominal breathing. Now we open up S1 at the sacrum to release any leftover tension in the pelvis that might indirectly affect the diaphragm movement. And moving down to the second sacral segment, S2, encouraging healthy circulation here also contributes to balancing the nervous system, which is important in moderating severe allergic reactions. And tapping S3 helps with overall relaxation, which can reduce the body's readiness to overreact to triggers like pollen or certain foods. And moving down to S4, continuing at the sacrum, we promote a looser pelvic floor, helping the entire spine and the lungs stay relaxed. And now at the end of the sacrum at S5, we finalize the tension release, allowing the body's energy to flow naturally without allergic or asthmatic blockages. And now moving down behind the knee area to bladder 54. These points encourage smoother circulation and nerve release, taking pressure off the lower spine and improving overall comfort. And now moving below the kneecap to the outer shin to stomach 36. This is a major immunity and digestion booster. So tapping here supports your body's resilience against allergens and helps with proper breathing control. And now tapping at the top of the feet, at the liver 3 points, to help the liver process allergens and reduce stress, balancing emotional triggers that can make asthma or allergies worse. And now moving back up to the ears, to the gallbladder 10 point behind the ear, we help activate the rest and digest mode, easing tension in the throat and the chest that might flare up with allergies. And just below this spot, we open up gallbladder 11 to reinforce the calming parasympathetic signals, letting the sinuses and the lungs stay relaxed and clear. And just below that, we open up gallbladder 12, still behind the ear, to further free the vagus nerve, helping the entire respiratory tract remain calm and open. And now we move to the side of the neck, to SI16, behind the jaw, to help maintain open pathways in the neck and support immune regulation, reducing the intensity of allergic reactions. And we open LI 18 and 17 along the side of the neck, Li17 is slightly lower toward the base of the throat, and Li18 is closer to the Adam's apple. These points influence the phrenic nerve, which directly controls lung function. So by tapping at these points, we help the body regulate breathing more efficiently and reduce the chance of asthma flare-ups. These points also encourage smoother blood flow to the head and the sinuses. Next, we move to the lung 1 point, just below the outer tip of the collarbone, where the chest and the shoulder meet. Tapping here helps clear congestion and supports healthy air intake, which is crucial for asthma relief. We also open up the lung 2 point on the chest, just above LU1, still close to the shoulder. This point further helps the lungs' capacity to expand, addressing tightness or restriction from allergen-induced inflammation. Next, we're going to revisit CV17 at the center of the chest. And we'll also open up K27 to K22 at the ribs just below the collarbone, working through these chest points and the kidney points reaffirms relaxed breathing and helps the thymus stay balanced, further correcting any autoimmune confusion. And now focusing on the kidney 27 point just below the collarbone. We tap to expand breathing capacity and ease stress on the heart and the lungs that might trigger any wheezing. And moving 1 rib down to K26. This is a key point for thymus gland regulation. So by tapping here, we help to correct any confusion in the autoimmune system, essential for addressing pollen or any other allergen attacks. And moving further down to K25, this point helps resolve any chronic inflammation in the chest, easing that tight or congested feeling that can come from allergic attacks. And 1 rib down from that, we open up K24 to invite calmer, deeper breathing, stabilizing the chest so it's not overreacting to irritants. And opening K23, we continue down to clear any lingering tightness in the ribs, promoting a relaxed chest for steady airflow. And finally, at the last rib in this chain, we help the chest fully open, supporting free, refreshing breaths at K22. And now tapping the upper abdomen at the midline, we open up CV13 to help calm digestion. This is vital when dealing with any food allergies. This point also soothes any associated stress on breathing. And next to that, we open up the stomach 21 points to support the gut function, reducing any bloating or discomfort that can press up into the lungs and exacerbate asthma. Now on either side of the navel, we open up stomach 25 to improve digestion flow and relieve congestion in the intestines, making the body feel less prone to allergic flare-ups. And now tapping the lower abdomen at CV6 to balance energy that supports both the digestive and respiratory system health. This is especially useful for food sensitivities. And opening up CV4 at the lower abdomen, just below the navel. This point promotes overall vitality and can soothe the immune system, helping it respond appropriately rather than overreact. Now I invite you to scan your body, and if you find any personal ouch points, which would be maybe a tight place in your chest or your back, I invite you to imagine that I'm tapping on that point now. This is going to release any local inflammation or tension that could be contributing to your asthma or your allergies. And now we're going to move to the elbow, to the outer elbow crease at LI11 to help the body clear any inflammation, which goes hand in hand with allergy flare-ups. And now tapping P6 at the inner forearm, just above the wrist, to help soothe the chest and calm the spirit, reducing anxiety that might trigger asthma episodes or allergic stress. And just below that, in the center of the wrist crease, we open up the P7 point to support overall relaxation and help regulate the heart-lung connection for steadier breathing. And now tapping the heart 7 point on the pinky side of the inner wrist to calm anxiety and help settle the nervous system. This is important to help manage asthma. And on the other side of the wrist, we open up the lung 9 point to support stronger, clearer breathing while reducing the risk of allergic coughing or wheezing. And moving slightly above the wrist crease, tapping the lung 7 point helps to open the lungs and the sinuses, easing any stubborn congestion or dryness that comes with allergies. Now moving to the back of the hands, between the thumb and the index finger, we open up Li4. This is a major point for sinus and head congestion. So tapping here can relieve headaches, clear the nose, and help to calm any allergic reactions. And finally, we tap at the soles of the feet to ground any leftover tension in the body. By stimulating K1, we help the brain communicate more smoothly with the lungs and the heart, reinforcing the regulation of breathing controlled by the medulla. This point also promotes better circulation and oxygenation, ensuring that the nervous system remains balanced and reducing overreactions to allergens. And that brings our session to a close. Take a brief moment to notice if anything's changed. Maybe you can inhale a bit more easily, or you feel less tension around your head or your chest. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, and if you were offering this healing to someone else, trust that they've received exactly what they need in this moment. I'd also like to invite you to join us for a live Tong Ren group healing session. We hold these every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. The sessions are completely free. They're hosted by myself and another Tong Ren practitioner, my dear friend Susan. If you can't join us for some reason, you can also catch the recordings. I'll put all of the links in the description below. So thank you so much for joining in, and may you and your loved ones enjoy calmer, clearer breathing in the days ahead.